prove to me that you're alive. The Mcgregor and Mayweather special, man. I've been doing videos here and there on this, man. So I've been watching a lot of, like, on the grander scale, this fight ain't shit, man, because it's not doing anything for this world. It's not doing anything for humanity but distracting us. But, like I said in my other edition, man, since I used to fight, most of my life, man, and I used to be very much in love with boxing, it was my first love, I gotta do this. With a philosophical twist, of course. I'm gonna get into the funny shit that I heard people say about this fight. One funny shit that people buy into is what McGregor said, that boxing is just, Floyd is a quarter of a fighter, because all you got is the hands. Well, a really interesting question comes up is, alright, imagine an MMA fight and you didn't have the hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take out a lot of the, like, you can literally take out the legs. Like, say you can't use legs, you can't grip, you can't grab, you can't wrestle. But once you don't have these, man, you're screwed. So if you really think about it, it's not quarter of a fighter, it's like half of a fighter, man. Because I'm pretty sure if we were to give Floyd Mayweather as much time as we've given Conor to prepare for a cage fight, then Floyd would have much better chances than McGregor, man. A lot of you gonna say, oh man, you crazy. Nah, I know what I'm talking about. If you don't agree, then you've never fought and you should shut the F up. Or saying that it's not a real fight. Like, a real fight is, grabbing a pole stick and, cracking you in the back of your skull, man. So you can lose your sense of smell or something. Because I have seen that happen before. That's a street fight. That's a real fight. The other funny shit that I heard is, McGregor's gonna give Floyd trouble. Oh, and he got, awkward stands, and he stands, in like a karate jiu-jitsu stand. Boxing's been around for so long that we've tried everything that the sport allows. Like, that's what makes it a sweet science. That's what makes it so tough, is that you're so limited to what you can do. It's obvious. The next funny shit that I heard is that somehow MMA takes a bigger toll on a person, on an athlete, on a fighter. And the simple answer to that is, well, look at fighters like Randy Couture, that's been in a ring, been in a cage for, since like 96, and look at the condition that he's in. Like, this dude is still so fresh, talking like he hasn't fought at all, like he hasn't taken any damage to the head. And then take a fighter that Randy fought, James Toney, man. This dude can barely talk. And most of fighters, boxers, are like that, man. They could barely talk because it's constant action and it's constant head hunting, man. It's not that adrenaline rush like you get in the UFC, man, and you can take a dude down and you can kick him, you know, to the leg and do all this other shit, man. Like, you know, it's constant body, but mainly head hunting, man. These dudes take, like, yeah, in UFC you could take a shin bone to the head, but you don't take it all the time. Like, these dudes are not throwing, you know, legs up all the time. In boxing, that is all you doing, is you hunting for the head, man, while getting hit. You know, not all fighters are as elusive and as, you know, defense perfectionists like Floyd Mayweather, man. Like, all of these fighters get hit, constantly hit, man. And our brain only has so much protection. Like, it's very little protection that we have. You're not supposed to be getting these concussions all the time. So I'm not trying to hear that. You know, I said this in my previous video, man. It's, boxers are better conditioned because UFC is so much adrenaline, man. Yeah, adrenaline takes a lot out of you, but the latest news that I heard is that Mcgregor has been taking IVs, man. You know, trying to dehydrate, like 7 IV bags. So he's not in good shape. And you know, in Vegas, I think it's illegal. And from the weigh-in that we seen just today, yo, the boy looks nervous. That's why he keeps screaming and yelling and trying to scare Floyd, man. But anybody that knows anything, man, I said it in the previous, you know, fight edition of Prove to Me That You're Alive, man. You know, we know that this shit is, I'm gonna keep quiet about it, but you know what I'm talking about, man. If you don't watch the previous video. Now, to the philosophical part, man. My boy Floyd, man. My boy, he's a cool dude in person. He really is, man. I've had the, you know, pleasure of meeting him on several occasions. He's a cool dude, man. You know, he might talk of himself in third person sometimes. You know, like, oh, Floyd likes that watch, or Floyd is going to the bathroom. Floyd will be right back. Which is a little weird, but he is a fighter, man. He's not as bad as most fighters, but you know, you always hear the same shit. Oh, I got this and I got that and my children got this and that. Like, you know, that little kid shit. Like, yeah, I know, you know, I've come from a tough place, man. Like, trust me, it don't compare to any American hood, man. Like, you know, compared to where I come from, an American hood is like a walk, like a beautiful walk in the park on a sunny day, man. So you can't tell me about struggle, man. But that little boy toy shit, you know, that, oh, I got a fly car, so I'm like, yo, that's for kids. It's literally for kids, man. You're a grown ass man and you don't know what you are. Like, literally, man, if I was to ask you, like, what you are, what you're made out of, what is inside your skull, and you can't even tell me that, then how do you know what's good for you? Really, if you really think about it. You know, you say you're trying to feed your kids. Alright. You know, these people that are running shit in the world, quote unquote running shit, because they're not really running shit, we're running shit. But if you speaking money wise, people that running shit, you know, they're into trillions of dollars. You know, they want to keep your stupid little puppet ass happy, you know, with a bill even, thinking that that's what's needed. If you think your paper money got any type of power, just imagine, like, what will your ass do if, God forbid, a third world war was to happen and money loses value? You're gonna tell me you got real estate, but look at what happened to Europe during World War II. People lost everything. Houses get destroyed. And then what you do is you invest in a strip club with all that mother stinking money, even though in real life money don't mean shit, but in your world you think money is actually something. You invest in a strip club, and the philosophy is that pussy, titties, liquor, and music will never go out of style. What if some real shit, like I said, what if a global catastrophe were to happen? Like, what is you gonna do with your strip club? Are you gonna ask your girls to do a lap dance to the imposing enemy? Like, that's what I like. Why wouldn't your ass invest in like diamonds or something, and you could still be helping out and actually making some real paper instead of investing in a strip club, saying you got classy ladies? And this is what's messed up, man. What you can do with that filthy money is, like, if you was really had your own real character, if you really have balls, man, and did what not everyone else is doing, man, why not take one of them struggling ass girls that are really should be looked at as our children, man, because we're all one. We're all in this shit together. If there's an alien invasion tomorrow, man, we gotta stick together. Like, but it's not even that. We all feed off of each other, off of each other's energy. Why wouldn't you take one of these girls and put them through school if you really wanted to be a classy lady, man? But that's the problem, man. You don't see those girls as a human being, as a living energy force. You see them just like you see everything else. Oh, that's just grass and that's just the bush. Nah, mother sucker. Everything is alive. More alive than you will ever know. And you wouldn't want your daughter to strip, right? Calling her a classy lady. If it came down to your daughter, you'd be like, oh, hell no. So why don't you treat everyone else the same? Oh, I know, because it's her choice and she's already screwed up, right? Well, that's the thing, man. You don't know her backstory. You don't know what made her make that decision, man, and end up at that point in her life. But it's all good. Fight night is tonight, man. And here are the predictions. I'm not just being a boxing purist, but McGregor's gonna get his ass whooped. Mark my words. We're gonna stop the fight in the 8th round, because this dude could take punishment. I mean, he took knees to the face before, you know what I'm saying? So he could take punishment. But it's gonna be like Mayweather versus Gotti fight, except 10 times worse. Anyway, prove to me that you're alive. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Peace out to all of you, whoever's gonna watch it. One love. I'll see you soon.